At first, I was firmly on Papoose's side. For years, he seemed like the loyal husband who stood by Remy Ma through everything. While critics questioned his motives, many of us believed he was simply misunderstood. But lately, that image has started to crack, and the more you look, the harder it becomes to ignore. Something feels different. Ever since Papoose became closely linked to Claressa Shields, his energy and public presence seem to have shifted. This is not a criticism of Claressa. She is a world champion, a powerhouse, and a self-made success. But that is exactly what has people talking. First, he was with Remy Ma, a successful rap icon. Now he is beside Claressa, another accomplished woman at the top of her field. Coincidence? Maybe. But as Claressa celebrated her latest major victory, Papoose was once again front and center, drawing renewed attention. That is when some viewers began asking a difficult question. Is this really about love? Or is there a pattern hiding in plain sight? Even outspoken commentators like Tasha K have started looking closer. And suddenly, the story feels far more complicated than anyone expected.
Claressa has been taken advantage of her whole life. She's been boxing since forever. I don't know her childhood, but I do know that her best friend who grew up with her came out and made some rather disturbing videos about Claressa being taken advantage of when she was younger as a young boxer by her coaches and getting pregnant and things like this. And so when I see people like Papoose enter the Cash App requesting money, from people like Claressa, after Remy has already warned us that, he preyed on her when she was in jail. He wasn't making no money. It was Remy's money. And she said she put everything in his name, only to come out and then have to work. And then he's getting the benefit of the solid black man, of the black man that's holding everything down. So when I look at this same thing possibly being done to Claressa, and she's slow by default, and I'm talking about slow as in, she probably got some early stage, some issues going on, being knocked around, it does have an effect on your brain and on your cognitive thinking and stuff, and you're not able to see straight. And if she was already taken advantage of by her coaches, surely it's easier for a bum like this to come in and take advantage of her too. And so when I saw his latest post after her fight, after he let her get out the car with that Beyonce butched outfit on, I was a little disturbed by that, because I said any man in their right mind would have told their woman, no, we're not going to post the outfit just so we can reiterate and y'all can bash her for how awful she looks. But her man let her get out the car like that, okay? And then he was her hype man beside her. And so after she won, again, she's undefeated, he decided to take credit.
Tasha K weighed in on the growing controversy, and although not everyone takes her commentary seriously, some of her remarks struck a chord with viewers. She suggested that Claressa Shields may have been taken advantage of by people in her inner circle over the years, including individuals involved in her professional career, such as trainers and advisors. Tasha also pointed to difficult moments from Claressa's past, including a period when she was pregnant, but continued to compete and push through immense personal and physical challenges. Amid the discussion, Papoose publicly celebrated Claressa after her latest boxing victory. In a heartfelt message, he described her performance as a masterclass and praised her ability to maintain excellence both personally and professionally. He called her a true queen and placed her among the greatest fighters in boxing history. However, one part of his message quickly drew criticism. Papoose stated that he had contributed behind the scenes as part of Claressa's team and thanked his affiliated group for their support. That specific claim raised eyebrows and fueled even more speculation online.
What is the behind-the-scenes executive standpoint? What does that position entail? Exactly. What behind the scenes? Claressa was winning before she met you, but because she been getting knocked around by people and by her coaches, I just feel like Papoose is a virus that just refuses to let his hair just fall out. And he sees black women the same way that Tyler Perry doesn't. Wants to take credit. And then from a behind-the-scenes executive standpoint, meanwhile, you the main person causing the problems. You won't get a job.
Tasha K point.
What should have been a straightforward celebration of Claressa Shields' latest victory quickly turned into one of the most talked about moments online. When Papoose shared a lengthy congratulatory message after her dominant boxing performance, many expected a simple tribute from a proud partner. Instead, one small detail in his post sparked a much larger conversation, one that had people questioning not just his intentions, but the true nature of his role in Claressa's life. At first, the message appeared heartfelt. Papoose praised Claressa as a once-in-a-generation athlete. He described her performance as a master class, applauded her discipline, and called her a true queen. He placed her among the greatest fighters in boxing history and celebrated her ability to balance the demands of professional competition with the pressures of everyday life. On the surface, it looked like the kind of public support many people would admire. But then came the line that changed everything. Rather than limiting the message to Claressa's accomplishment, Papoose made sure to mention his own contribution behind the scenes. He referred to himself as part of her executive team and thanked his associates for helping support her journey. To some readers, that wording immediately shifted the focus. Instead of simply honoring Claressa's victory, it sounded as though he was also claiming a portion of the credit. That is where the controversy began. Almost instantly, social media users started dissecting every word. Some believed there was nothing unusual about a supportive partner acknowledging the work he does behind the scenes. Others felt the post crossed a line. They argued that Claressa had just secured a major victory through years of sacrifice, training, and determination, and this was not the moment for anyone else to spotlight their own involvement. The criticism intensified when commentators like Tasha K weighed in. Although Tasha K remains one of the most polarizing voices online, her comments resonated with a surprising number of viewers. She suggested that Claressa may have been taken advantage of by people around her in the past and warned that history has shown how highly successful athletes can become vulnerable when those close to them begin blending personal relationships with financial interests. Tasha pointed to Claressa's difficult journey, reminding viewers that the boxing champion had overcome extraordinary challenges to reach the top. She referenced painful moments in Claressa's past, including times when she endured personal hardship while continuing to compete at the highest level. According to Tasha, that resilience may also make Claressa more inclined to trust people who appear supportive, even when their motivations are unclear. Whether people agreed with Tasha or not, her remarks added fuel to a conversation that was already gaining momentum. The central question became impossible to ignore. Is Papoose simply being a supportive partner, or is he positioning himself within Claressa's career in a way that benefits him personally? To understand why so many people are asking this question, it helps to look at Papoose's background. Papoose built his reputation as a respected lyricist in hip-hop. Over the years, he earned admiration for his loyalty to Remy Ma, and for the image he projected as a devoted husband and family man. More recently, he accepted an executive role at TuneCore, serving as head of hip-hop. The position gives him influence in the music industry and reflects his long-standing relationships within entertainment. That title is impressive, but critics argue that an executive role at a music company is very different from independently owning a major business empire or managing elite athletes. Papoose works within the music industry, while Claressa's world revolves around boxing, endorsements, training camps, and sports negotiations. These are two very different arenas. That is why some observers are skeptical when Papoose refers to himself as an executive figure in Claressa's professional life. His expertise lies in artist development and music distribution, not sports management. While he may be offering guidance and emotional support, critics question whether his public statements exaggerate the significance of his role. To them, the issue is not whether he helps Claressa. The issue is whether he is using her success to strengthen his own image. That concern becomes even more pronounced when people compare Claressa's achievements to Papoose's current standing. Claressa Shields is not just successful, she is historic. She is an Olympic gold medalist, a multi-division world champion, and one of the most accomplished female boxers ever. She has built her career through relentless dedication and has established herself as a global figure in sports. Her accomplishments speak for themselves. Because of this, many fans struggle to see what additional professional advantage Papoose brings to her already established career. There is little public evidence that he has opened major doors, negotiated transformative business deals, or created opportunities she would not have secured on her own. This perception has led some critics to believe that the relationship may benefit him more than it benefits her. Others point to his past. During his relationship with Remy Ma, Papoose was often praised as the ideal husband. He stood by her while she served prison time and was widely viewed as the definition of loyalty. But after their relationship ended, various allegations and rumors surfaced that challenged this image. Some old stories resurfaced involving gambling and financial mismanagement. There were claims that certain responsibilities had not always been handled carefully. While these reports remain part of online speculation rather than proven facts, they continue to shape how some people interpret his current behavior. When combined with his visible role in Claressa's life, those past allegations have caused critics to question whether a pattern is emerging. Another point frequently raised involves age and maturity. Papoose is now in his 40s. Many people believe that by this stage of life, a person should have a solid financial foundation and a clear sense of independent purpose. From that perspective, becoming deeply integrated into a partner's career can appear less like support and more like dependence. That distinction matters. There is nothing wrong with a woman earning more than her partner. Modern relationships are built on many different financial arrangements, and success should never threaten a healthy partnership. But critics argue that problems arise when one partner seems to derive their identity, stability, or public relevance primarily through association with the other. In their view, that is the concern here. Support is one thing, reliance is another. Many observers compare this situation to Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Jay-Z openly celebrates his wife's accomplishments, but he also maintains his own business empire, cultural influence, and independent legacy. Their relationship is widely regarded as balanced because both individuals are powerhouses in their own right. Some critics argue that the dynamic between Papoose and Claressa appears less equal. Claressa is at the peak of her career, commanding attention as one of boxing's most dominant champions. Papoose, while respected, is not currently viewed as operating on the same level of commercial and professional success. This difference has led some people to wonder whether Claressa is carrying more of the financial and public weight in the relationship. That interpretation makes some observers uncomfortable. They believe a balanced partnership requires both individuals to stand firmly on their own accomplishments, rather than one person becoming increasingly visible through the other's success. At the same time, many fans strongly reject this criticism. They argue that Papoose has his own career, his own accomplishments, and his own source of income. They believe his public praise of Claressa reflects admiration and commitment, not opportunism. To them, acknowledging his support does not diminish her achievements. Instead, it highlights the teamwork that often exists behind the scenes in successful relationships. And that perspective deserves consideration. Relationships are complex, and outsiders rarely have access to the full truth. What may appear strategic from a distance could simply be genuine love and involvement. Public appearances and supportive statements do not automatically reveal a person's motives. Still, perception matters. When someone repeatedly emphasizes their role in another person's success, especially during moments meant to celebrate that person's achievements, it can create the impression that they are seeking recognition for themselves. That is exactly why this debate continues to grow.